All right, okay, so this is my tin can ukulele, and I want to show it off to you. This is by a ukulele maker named Rosbilt, and I'm going to just kind of zoom in here and show you all the different bits of it. It's a Tin Can Banjolele. I got this about 3 years ago at some kind of arts show. The builder, he comes from somewhere in Ontario, and he's been making these for over a decade. These are big tin cans that I think he gets them from restaurants when they're throwing them away. Almost every part of this thing is made out of some kind of metal. Right? The back of the neck is metal, the entire headstock is metal. Obviously these big chambers are metal. The only part that's not metal is the red fretboard here. This is wood. The bridge plate is wood, but the piece on top of it, the saddle here, is actually metal, but this part is wood. And there's a little foam piece here so you can rest your hand on it. Everything else is metal. It's got a lot of cool little neat things on it. First of all, the headstock here. The headstock is really cool. I think he calls it a steampunk tuners. So these are not normal worm gears where the string wraps around. Instead, if you can see, the string goes up along here. It goes under this little thing here. It goes underneath that, and then over top of these little things. So two of the strings go over this one, two of the strings go over this one. And this is just a simple screw. Screw it in and it pushes it up, screw it out and it pulls it back. And then the strings are pulled taut over this little thing. And they're attached with these little screws here. And if you loosen it, it pulls down and loosens the strings. If you tighten it, it pushes up and tightens the strings. It's really cool to see this kind of, it's, you know, you can kind of see the soldering marks. It's got a real kind of thrown together look to it, but it works really well. The tuners are a little finicky, but they do actually stay in tune really well. And partly I think because it's not a wooden instrument, it doesn't expand and contract, so it just keeps its tune forever basically. Yeah, so this thing's amazing. I love this instrument. It was about $200 for this one. This is a tenor size. The scale length from the 0 fret to the saddle is 17 inches, which makes it a tenor, I believe. It's got a little hook so you can hang it somewhere. You could also put a strap here, or there's a little strap holder here and here. I have this like case strap that I'm using for it instead of a normal strap, but you could use anything. Yeah, and it sounds really good. You could hear a little bit of it at the beginning. It sounds good, especially for like either blues or bluegrass or folk or country music. It tends to sound really nice on. It resonates super well. So if I just play something kind of like slow and you can really hear it. It's just got a beautiful, beautiful sound. I really love the sound of this. I've never had a banjolele before, so I can't compare it to other banjoleles, but I really do love the sound of this thing. I'll play maybe a couple more things on it so you can kind of see it in action a bit more. Just make sure this is in focus a little bit, and let's play some sort of old folky stuff maybe. So I like to play more fingerstyle stuff on this one. It sounds pretty nice. Right? Stuff like that. It works really well like all the way up the neck. There's no dead frets, there's no weird intonation issues like you get on some cheaper ukuleles. So it is a really nicely built instrument. Even though it looks sort of gimmicky and sort of like a thing you just hang on the wall, it's actually a really great instrument. It's really good, like all the way up here. You could play a chord and you could hear every single note. I just love this thing. It's really fun. Yeah, I don't have much more to say about it. I love this instrument. Rosbilt. I don't remember the name of the guy. It's something Ros or something. I think the word Ros is in his name somewhere, and that's probably why it's called Rosbilt. But I would totally buy another instrument from him if I have the money at some point. I would definitely recommend one of these if you're in Canada and you're in Ontario and you're in some art show and you see one of these. Definitely get one. I think you could probably order them online too. But yeah, this is the Rosbilt Tin Can Banjolele. He also sells some with piezo pickups in them. This one has no pickups, it's just acoustic. But yeah, so thanks for watching this video, and go buy one of these. Maybe buy one of these if you want such a thing, because they're pretty cool. Thanks for watching.